Next one. Construction workers.
Yeah, it's difficult. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, I think there's a tendency for prefab and all these construction technologies, but still, the world is still growing. There's a lot of areas where in Africa, for example, where a lot of new people are going to be born. Economy is going to grow, so we need a lot of construction workers over there. I'm not so sure.
I think my
technologies may be
construction workers, but content, what kind of work they are going to do will drastically change. More front end.
Yeah, like a highest building, construction of the highest building, so probably we need money.
Like for example, 6 stories building.
6 story, okay.
Okay, and currently level by level, story by story, they're building each floor. But in future, automatically bring it one floor, put in the building.
Yeah. But
sort of things will happen.
Once we in the earthquake or something, so just in case, so how do we control about that?
For what?
The earthquake or typhoon?
It doesn't matter. This is technology can solve it.
Really?
I think so too.
Technology can solve it. So,
but how are we going to get an entire floor logistically over the road into?
I tell you, do you know the bullet train? How to build in bullet train railways? Completely automatic is already. Even the bridge to bridge is automatically they.
You mean Chinese high-speed train? Yeah. I know the video.
Yeah, normal operation. Automatically they're moving, going forward.
Yeah, but building an entire floor over the street here, that's impossible in Tokyo.
Same. Yes, okay, one floor
is just too big.
No, it's big, but not all at once.
Oh, okay. Prefab.
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
call
right.
prefab.
That's right.
Prefab.
Just you can see what that is, some carrying, kind of ladder style cranes is over there, and crane size and capacity is limited. So at the limited capacity, we're going to bring it happen like that.
Kimoto-san, what are you doing actually?
We copy the file.
What to copy the file?
All the PC file to this PC.
難しいね。
難しい。
忙しい。
Take this one. That one. No, that one. This is Kimoto's. I forgot.
What?
It's yours.
The last week. I forget it back to you. This is some kind of their trainees,
Oh,
okay. I just borrowed from you.
I have to make it.
Okay, next.
That was it.
That was it?
That was it.
That's it? So how about...
That's the 15. That's the 15.
How about what?
Fisher.
Huh?
Fisher.
How about fisherman?
Fisherman is...
we need a man, right?
We need a man.
I think.
Do you know the fishes, how they're swimming around? Fish.
In
what do you mean?
In river or in sea water. Fishes. Do you know how fishes swimming around?
Do
you know? Okay, fisher is you try to take fishes and using like a kind of rod, using rod or kind of net, and the fish is not like that.
Throwing? You mean the throwing?
No.
What do you mean?
Fish is 10,000 fishes and get together, swimming around.
Yeah. In a
like a river from here.
Like a herd, but then for
like
fish.
Our river from here and from here. And my wife would have a look. Fish is swimming, not 10 or 20. Uncountable fishes moving this river, like this side.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Uncountable fishes swimming around. So fishing business is completely different. This is I know that, and even they are using rod and one fish take it out.
You mean the katsuo?
Yeah. That also net using net the same. And this is human beings. They don't get into the water,
Mm,
but
mm,
under the water,
mm.
many fishes swim.
What?
Many fishes swimming.
I don't get your point.
What do you
My
mean?
point is, fishing business is okay. It's different from agriculture.
Yes,
But
so-
Not
but
necessarily.
I tell you, revolutionary fishing business is now we're going to start. We try to breed those fishes,
Yes.
specific expensive fishes, into a specific area, sea water or river water. This is capable. This is a big business.
They do it a lot in Vietnam.
This is that's right. This is and also shrimp the same.
Mm,
And
mm,
this is
mm,
big
mm.
business. But many cases some kind of fish is very difficult to breed, like a eel,
Yeah, unagi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
difficult. But
didn't
now
pay.
is in future, every kind of fish will be capable.
Even the chrome.
Yeah.
Chrome.
What?
I think chrome.
What?
Chrome.
What is this?
What's that?
Chrome.
Huh?
The copy the DNA.
Oh, clone it.
Oh, clone.
Ah, sorry,
Ah,
clone.
no.
Yeah,
Clone.
it's my bad.
Yeah. No, it's more like farming. It's just like regular farming. So you basically create a kind of like an area within the ocean where you're gonna grow these fish. You feed them, and you can just like regular clone.
Just the problem is what he said exactly. Clone or cat and dog already they are doing in North Vietnam, North Korea.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, they are
Really?
doing. Maybe they should already doing for human being. Right?
Mm.
Human being capable, okay? Now capable.
To be
Clone.
It's disgusting for me. I
Do you
think-
know that this yesterday? No, today's economists they're talking about new baby.
Mhm.
They try to manipulate the genes. Do you know that?
Yeah. They've been doing that a lot.
It's a clever boy. Try to make clever boy.
Yeah,
So they try to manipulate genes.
they're doing it in China, right?
No, this is economists. This.
Yeah.
No, which
country?
No, economists just this morning I told you.
Yeah. So
But
which
which country are they describing?
No, I don't know which country. But the economist article. Huh? Yeah.
Is that Windows PC? Yeah.
Yes, Windows PC.
Yes. What is that on the right top? The right
Don't know.
bottom is very oshashiburi.
No, he's a very cheap PC using.
Oh, this is
So unbelievable.
Also, which folder should I copy?
Huh?
This is Uno-san's USB memory.
I don't know.
We-
I don't know.
Which folder should I copy?
What do you mean?
This is a
So by the way,
inside
so
this
many
USB memory.
people from Netherlands
You gave me,
and
so
Germany,
you gave me.
their
I
English
just copied
is
something
really
inside you.
clear sound. Why? So
You gave me.
because
This is
I-
yours.
But French
No, I didn't do
usually
anything.
sound is like a really French style.
last
Yes.
times
Expect the
1.5.
study in the
Yeah,
US
yeah.
or England.
But
Yes.
I already sent
No,
you
I wondered.
uh,
I wonder really why the
Facebook
French
Messenger.
pronunciation is so
Messenger?
Yeah.
poor.
No, last week.
that's
It's really amazing to me. In
I
my
don't
in
know which one
my
you use.
public speaking group, there are a few French people,
the
and their
internship.
pronunciation is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
terrible.
I already sent
And maybe it's
But this is which you gave it to me.
I don't know.
If there is a
Maybe
no-
your mouth is
uh,
kind of used
No
to
file?
No
certain pronunciation.
Really?
Actually, pronunciation is also
but actually
difficult
you
for
gave it to
Japanese,
me.
right? So
I
like
just made a copy.
Yeah, even my pronunciation is not good.
no, but it's very
Yeah, I will
very
send you
clear
the,
and
WhatsApp.
understandable.
Oh, really?
Really?
But
Facebook
like
Messenger.
what you just said, like
This is not mine.
cloning
No.
and cloning.
Not mine.
That's basically
This is
you're not
training-
used to
training?
pronouncing the L.
Yeah.
No? Who's
Yes,
that?
the
I don't know
R.
that.
What was
I
the
think
content?
for French it's the same.
Okay.
I know if a French
Can I
person
send you?
sees an
Ah,
R like
Kai.
it becomes a
Yeah. Wait, this one.
Right.
New type of genetic profiting promises. This one. This article.
So where
So China-
where is that?
Go wrong. The economist.
Yeah, I know. Where is this? In the,
No, you should-
are they doing it in the States?
Actually, you should have a look.
So like comedy.
Yes.
American firms.
Oh really?
Yeah, American farm.
American farm.
American farm.
But they have been like child selecting already a lot in China. So if they can see, for example, if they're boys or girls, they can yeah.
They try to.
They select that. That actually led to a lot of
So
boys
I'm
people.
very interested here,
Mm.
right?
So it looks like this is something that's now happening in the States.
No, this is the States article.
Yeah. No.
They try to do something, right?
Mm. I actually heard this on a podcast. Now I remember, and I think actually this is somebody was arrested who was selling this in China.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The professor.
What
Yes.
Yeah,
Ah.
I know
What-
that,
what-
but I
what-
forgot the name.
Professor what?
Yes.
Sapporo University
Arrested?
arrested.
Oh.
Yes.
Why arrested?
Arrested because it was illegal, or it was not.
Cocaine?
It was no. It had to do with this gene manipulation.
Gene manipulation?
Yeah,
Why he's arrested?
because it was
Politically intensive.
it was not allowed under the law. But usually
Oh, he
that's the
tried-
reason why people get
Try to
arrested.
do something there?
Yes.
Mm. So he's wrong.
He's
Wrong
wrong. He was doing wrong under the law of his country.
Oh, okay. Okay. I understand.
That's. But I don't really remember the details, to be honest.
And my concerns for today, I understand that everybody do not understand well about deep learning, right? So actually, deep learning is what we can do is your company, for example, you have actually big data.
Mm.
So big data, we can utilize your big data, and if you bring your customer database, and just compare with your big data, and by industry, by the trend, what kind of sort of parameters setting up, and you can analyze this company's futures, tendency or trend, sort of things that deep learning can do that.
Mm.
Okay, but many companies still not recognize kind of available, analysis or survey. And,
Where do you get the data?
Yeah, this next 5 years. That's the reason why I'm studying now. It's about this. Okay, so this is currently at this level now. And this one is what is I show you this one. This one.
はい、ソニーの小林です。今回の動画ではニューラルネット
This is actually Sony network communication. This Sony.
Neural networks.
This one. These are for example, simply I tell you. Number one, this 60,001. Okay?
60,000 what?
60,001. This is one. This one. This is one. This is one. And they prepared 784 pixels and put in the input. This is it means 784. This separated to 80.
And they need to be in patterns.
Yeah,
right?
in pattern.
Otherwise,
And this is just simplified 2 level, but this is many level between the final result. The first result is they can't get answer. Wrong answer, number 6. But they're going to change weight,
yes.
and they get finally right. This,
So they
okay, this
just
is
tell
one.
them, okay, read it. What is
That's
what is
right.
this?
This is simplified.
Separate it, and then
But
ultimately
simple.
the system itself
Yeah,
becomes
yeah.
so smart that it can.
This is
recognize.
60,000. They try to training for this system, right? So
That's
this
how this kind of deep learning
that's
technology could learn how to play chess
Yeah,
just
but-
in a couple of days.
But I didn't know that very recently, like this kind of. I read lots of books, but I don't understand how come they can get accurate information. This kind of calculation equation is so difficult. But I really understand. 784 neurons they need to prepare. I didn't know that. This is the first time this guy is explaining like this. And so you don't need to understand programming itself, but we should understand how to calculate, get result. This is very important to adopting new trend. I'm telling to Takashi, okay, your company need to consider the deep learning, and also quantum computer. this new trend. You can sell to every country in Asia Pacific country, and we can do like this, so and so. Then this is actually the only the most advanced area is very limited, but we can sell them because they don't have technology, they don't have skill. So very good, even if just Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, any country we can sell them.
But does Japan have the skill? The
Not yet. Very few. This is Sony, right? Not many. But this is a new trend I recognize. I studied a lot of languages, Python and JavaScript and Swift and Go. Then finally teaching to the.
But the principles, like in the academic world, is already widely.
Oh
known.
yeah, for
The
10 years,
question-
20 years.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
even longer.
Yeah.
But how to make it like commercially viable? That's
This is first time. He just telling me 7884. No document, only this one.
But there-
Every document is they don't understand well. This is only 4 or 5 here. Okay, the one is putting, but this is 60,000.
yeah, okay, but that's the nice thing of having computers because the computer doesn't mind if it's
Oh, okay. I
6,000.
tell you, very similar to quantum computer. Quantum computer very similar. Like quantum computer putting the data, but they don't know the result. How come the result coming up like this? No, very difficult to understand. Right? Do you know that? And the transportation system, quantum computer, is very difficult to understand, right? And this is
I read a book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Actually, it's funny. It's a funny book. It's a book from Douglas Adams, and it was about a society outside of our galaxy. And in that society, they were building a supercomputer, like a really supercomputer. And it took them years and years and years and years, and finally they had a computer. Then they put it to work, and it worked for 12 years to find the answer to the eternal question of existence. Why do we exist? So that's why do we exist? They put it in the computer. They waited for 12 years, and then finally, on the big day, the answer would be revealed. What is the answer to the question of the eternity, of eternal life? Then after 12 years, everybody gathered around the computer, and then there is a big television broadcast, and then they get the answer out of the computer, and the answer is 17.
what do you mean 17?
Yeah, exactly. So 17? What do you mean 17? But nobody understood, so they had to build an even stronger computer to understand the eternal question. Otherwise, the answer didn't make any sense to them. So this is a little bit like this.
Yeah, quantum computer is you don't ask me that how to calculate it. But this one is very similar. But this one case is you need to change weight by level. They put in the data many times. Finally, they get the right answer. But this is deep learning, right? And also this one is kind of if layer is getting 100 and 1,000, it's very difficult to get the right answer. So this is
very simple. If you use this thing, you just tell them, okay, basic rules. So we want to have 100% accuracy on any handwriting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's impossible.
Then you let the computer run, and then you tell them where they were right and when they were wrong, and then they have to do it again.
No, not 100%.
Well, 99.9%.
Not 100%.
Depends on what you want to achieve.
In some cases, 95 is kind of depending.
But theoretically, the system could work to of course it's a limit, but theoretically the system could work towards 100% accuracy.
But this is new tendency.
So this back propagation means that basically you answer you get the results and you get, okay, was it accurate, was it correct or not? And then if the system says it was a 2 while it was actually a 1 that was written, then you give that back to the system, and that propagation that basically makes it, the system becomes better and better and better and better.
Correct their
bad mistakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So this is new new trend, new tendency. It's very difficult to study, but
Now I subscribe.
everybody, scientists,
New York Times.
everybody
New Times,
scientists said, okay, you should study what logics, but you don't need to study
New
program.
Times has a
Code itself
prediction.
is this currently already
Yeah, every
automatically
four-
calculated.
Wonder
Like
is power.
which company?
Wonder is power.
Yeah, unlimited.
ML,
Oh, that's right.
ML Oat,
Yes.
just kind of ML Oat. Yes,
All the news before 9 p.m.
ML Oat.
So actually, in conclusion, today we were looking at all the jobs that might be lost. So what our conclusion could be that actually, because of automation, more and more people will lose their jobs, and the future of the middle class and the lower class is very grim. But that's actually not my message.
But
What is your message?
So he does wake up when I say something strange.
what I know.
What did you say? What did you say?
So actually, that's not my message. My message is that only this is a problem in the short run, not in the longer run. Because we have seen this in history many times before. When the conveyor belt was invented, when the first factories were invented, a lot of people thought, everybody's going to lose their job. When mechanization was invented, everybody will lose their job. But it's not true. We have seen that over time, people will adopt, and they need to increase their own level to keep up with their with that technology. That means that our next challenge is not it's not that machines will take over. Our next challenge is that humans will need to invest in their education and their understanding of technology in order to keep up and to be employable. That is the future. So basically, people will need to catch up with their own technology, and that has happened over history, time and time again.
But this is drastically changes. Just the big difference is beforehand we are like a robot in the factory, and this is machine learning, and arm is moving around. But now trend is completely different. Machines itself, they think by themselves, okay, and but unfortunately they are not make reaction for every kind of situation. Irregular situation they cannot handle it, but normal irregular they can handle it. Like they're going to reduce loss, they can make it. But in the case of earthquakes happen, machine cannot react to kind of happening. And this is what I show you this one.
But it will not lead to mass unemployment. I mean, if we look at if we just reduce the time, if we look back in time, by the time the tractor was invented,
This one.
there was 80% of the people in the world were farmers. So with a tractor, like how much unemployment would that give? So many people who would work would work on the land, they would lose their job. But currently we see that
people find
people find
a new job.
Yes,
So
because we still want to eat, we still want to make money. So
actually, I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah, because people have to make their own life.
Yeah.
So probably
they get new jobs.
They try to find something.
Yeah, they become a software programmer, or they become they start to make who knows what, but we haven't been invented before. We don't know yet what the new jobs of the future will be. But
or security program or system.
30 years ago,
for AI or something.
right? 30 years ago, we would never have imagined that so many people would found a job in software programming. It was not foreseeable, but that will happen in the long run. It will not mean that everybody will lose his job, even though we have robots, even though we have software that can take care of our jobs that we have today, but it doesn't answer the question of the future.
So let me see the future.
Yes.
But it's for machine learning, machine learning needs many learning data. Therefore, in China, many BPO vendor changed to the business, input the data to the making learning data. That make a big, huge. The company hires many employees.
To interpret the data.
To take a picture, a car picture, and this is a car. Now,
Right.
what kind of Mercedes?
Yeah. To actually to help the learning
Yeah,
process.
exactly,
Yeah.
お店行きますか。Let's go.
Just a moment, not let's go.
Need to save the.
いやー、壁紙が尖閣諸島になってと思わなかった。